It's our year of the Bible. I'm Andrew Whaley. Today is yet another one of those very short books of the Bible where reading the letter might actually take less time than listening to me talk about it. It's the letter attributed to Jude. Scholars believe that Jude is one of the brothers of Jesus the Christ, and that Jude was a traveling missionary in the early Jewish Christian movement to form those communities. That would make Jude one of the very few New Testament texts that we have that comes from a Palestinian Jewish community. Paul's letters are mostly to Gentile churches or mixtures of Gentiles and Jews. The other letters are usually mixed groups or mostly Gentile groups. John's community is former Jews that have largely been kicked out of the synagogue. Jude is Palestinian Jews who have followed Jesus. So there's some unique characteristics about the letter because of that. The letter addresses one primary concern. Some false prophets, some false teachers have come in and confused the message of Christ within the church. What they're saying, this is kind of similar to what happened in Corinth. What they're telling the church is that the grace of God we know in Jesus Christ has freed us to basically behave however we want. And these folks are particularly indulging their sexual desires in whatever way they want to. Jude is writing this community to say that is not how we respond to the grace of God we know in Jesus. Jude insists that faith in Christ is inseparable from obedience to his way while he was on earth and what he taught even after his resurrection. But Jude's letter is not only a warning about false teachers, it's also an encouragement. He's saying, show the world the joy that comes with the obedience of following Christ. Practice the faith positively by carrying out faith, hope, and love. Now, Jude is very informed by his Jewish background, so lots of Old Testament imagery is going to be in this letter. Two places that might be confusing. He's going to use one allusion that comes from 1 Enoch, which is not in our scriptures, and he's going to also refer to the burial of Moses, which is an apocryphal tale that's not in our scriptures either. So if you're confused there, you don't have experience of those Old Testament images, those Hebrew images that he's drawing on. But as we read through Jude, very briefly today, may you find yourself encouraged to practice obedience in response to God's grace.